Hello, welcome back to Our Pop Culture, and today we're going over the new Jonas Brothers album called Happiness Begins. So, I am a pseudo Jonas fan. I kind of got into them really, kind of late. There was a lot of people doing, Year 3000, and this is an SOS, and I was like, I wasn't really feeling it, because it pretty much sounded like every other Disney song, so I didn't really invest into it. But as they grew, I think the thing that got me into it was Burning Up was the song that actually got me into them. And then just from then on, I was just the songs were just great to me. I didn't really, but I still was pseudo because I didn't really involve myself into their Camp Rock album or the other Disney stuff. When it went Disney direction, I kind of backed out because I liked when they kind of moved away from the Disney kind of sound, and and I feel like the quality in Disney music's always been low profile, low quality, but now they're back. They had a huge hiatus and tried to bring back a song called First Time in Pom Poms, and then it went away, and then they went away again, and then they brought back an album-ish that was called Live with a V, meaning the fifth album or something like that. But it didn't release anywhere. I looked everywhere for it. I found it in torrents and stuff like that, but I didn't really find it. It wasn't released. And I liked some songs in it. Neon was a really good song, and that's pretty much it. And then they went away again, and now they came back with Sucker, which is Sucker was kind of a thing that had to grow on me. I still think it's kind of plain. It just doesn't really come, anyway, I'll explain more when I get to it. But anyways, but now their album's out. I was actually really excited to hear their album, because once they released Cool and everything, I was like, okay, this is really something to invest in. And they looked amazing, So in this video, we're gonna go through the whole album and discuss what each song is and what I thought about everything. And so let's get started. So number one is Sucker. Sucker was something that had to grow on me over time. I still don't really feel like I really like it completely, because I feel like it turns to, it just doesn't have enough production, if that makes any sense. It's the drum, so the drum beat and everything is really nice, but it's in the way that Jonas sings when he gets in his parts, I've been jumping on top of cars kind of thing. I love that way that he kind of chops his words like that. But other than that, I just kind of feel like it didn't really, it's another oomph that it needed that it didn't have. Number two is Cool. Cool is actually, I understand that people always see this and it's kind of generic, but I liked it. I love the chorus. I love the chords that goes into it. I love the little solo, the guitar solo from Kevin. But I do feel like the solo could have been much longer than it was. I feel like it was just kind of like a tease. And since he's not singing, and since is the person that does the guitar, you would think that more guitar would be more involved, but it kind of makes me feel like he's just kind of there for the ride half the time, because of the next song. So number three is Only Human. So this one has the little dun 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 kind of thing, which is, I guess that's Kevin doing it. I don't know. It's just, I feel like once you come after Cool with the explosion and the guitar solo, you're thinking, and Sucker, where they both had very intense, very involved, live sound, you kind of think it's not going to go that, you're not going to move away, you're going to stay, it's the theme of the sound of the album, but it's not. So you go to Only Human, it starts to move, they start adding more production to it. And this one I like Joe Jonas, I don't know what it is about him, but when he sings, it just sounds very fun. It sounds like he doesn't take his vocals seriously, and he doesn't really take he can pass on the message without actually coming off too serious. And I feel like Nick is the opposite side. He comes off as very, this vocal means a lot to me, I gotta really take it in, no offense to it, he has a fucking voice, if he wants to take it seriously, go for it. But I feel like the contrast works really well because I feel like there's Nick Jonas just like he really takes like really puts a lot of like he takes it very seriously and Joe kind of like dances with it a little bit, but especially with the we're gonna dance through the living room ba ba da da da, like that part definitely sounds like DNCE kind of song. I feel like this song is very DNCE. I feel like if you actually think about it, like each song has its own thing, and that's the thing I feel like about this album is like it doesn't really feel like it feels like there's a lot of clash of genres in a way. Like there's and you kind of just you think about it, it's just like it sounds like a Nick Jonas song or it sounds like a DNC ish Joe Jonas song, you know. So it's just like it's always either those two. This one counts as Only Human is definitely a DNCE song type of thing, but it's good. I like the sound of it. I love the falsetto Nick does. He has a great clean falsetto. I don't know how he does it. It's amazing. Number 4 is I Believe. I love this is when the production goes even deeper. Now you're not even sure if Nick Jonas or Jake Jonas. That's the 5th one. If Kevin Jonas like just sat down in this production, he's like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna just sit down in the back of the studio. No big deal. Do you guys? And this song is actually about hope I can pronounce this right. Priyanka Chopra, Nick's fiance, or did they get married? Fiance / wife. I haven't kept track of the whole thing directly to see if they got married or they're still No. I do know they got married because I saw it on Instagram. So I like this sound. I have no issue with the production. It's just the fact that it just changed completely of the guitars and everything and like live band sound, that it changed to more deeper production. So it's just like, oh, like, I mean, if we knew this was coming, I would have been much more cool with it. But because it just like switched immediately, I was like, oh, okay, so this is something I gotta jump into. But anyway, it's a smooth production. It's nice, but it's just a surprise that it changed to this type of sound on the album. Number 5 is used to be. This is a really fun song. I like the sound. This is also another smooth sound. They moved away from that whole, once again, moved away from the sound of Cool and Sucker. I love the falsetto that used to be the one that I love. I love that falsetto. It sounds so nice. It's so clean. And it's pretty much the song is about reminiscing a past lover that used to be theirs, and now they're doing other things and going to places that they used to go to. And he kind of just like, I know you're doing all these things, but you used to be the one I love, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, and then number 6 is Every Single Time. And this one is kind of has a light, low-key reggae like production. I also like the ooh 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 part from it that's going in the middle. I feel like that's Joe Jonas because it sounds like something he just does. He does it in DNCE where kind of like they just mess around with different sounds, but it works really well with what's going on. Another thing I did notice is that Nick Jonas does the oh yeah kind of thing. It reminds me exactly like it reminds me of Jason Derulo. So we just need a third person to go oh yeah, and then you have the trifecta of oh yeah, you know. Number 7 is Don't Throw It Away. This one really the very beginning of the song, I had to take because I was kind of listening to it in the background as I was like moving around, and I kind of thought, and I was like, the Naked and the Famous? Is that what's going on? In the beginning, and then it changed. It still does sound like that, but it kind of changed. They start singing and stuff like that. I do like this. I do like that sound. I'm interested. I like the talk about this, the topic of this song too, because it feels like it's like, so you said don't throw it away. Just give it a little time to think. we're gonna say before like we decide to break up, before everything happens, like let's take some time and just think about what's happening before we decide to give up, you know? And I don't think you really hear that as often lately. Now it's either you're in or you're out. So I like the fact that they're kind of playing with the whole, like, not afraid to be vulnerable about, like, let's give it time, or I really do want to work this out kind of thing. Number 8 is Love Her. It's acoustics. This one actually is about all the wives of the band. It's actually very, very mature. Like, very, very mature for the band. Once again, they used to be a in or out kind of people too. Like, it's like we're either in love or we're out of love, and that's it. Like, there's no middle ground. There's no, like, compromise. Like, we're in or we're out. And so in this one, it kind of says, like, I want to compromise. I want to work on this commitment, you know? And that's what that's the thing that it says, like, through the, like, it feels like through the good and bad, they want to stay committed. They want to stay committed and through all of it, you know? And I think that's kind of cute. I love it. It was a very cute song and you really hear all of it. I'm not really down for the, when she's right, or when we fight, she's always right kind of thing. I was like, oh, that's kind of outdated, kind of a thought. Now we're a little more woke, where we just give each other equal rights, and there's no yes dear kind of thing anymore. Number 9 is Happy When I'm Sad. This is possibly about faking it after a breakup, which is interesting. Like, it's for the time I thought that the whole album was going to be, because they're all married and because they all have beautiful wives and the relationships seem to go really well. It seems that they want to, like, it's surprising that they have, like, breakup songs on this, or it used to be the one I love kind of thing. It's just like, oh, I didn't know we're digging into the past, you know, but it's okay. It's an okay song. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Number 10 is Trust, and I love the heavy bass in this one. The production's really, really nice. I don't trust myself when I'm around you is the theme of it. It's kind of fun. It's just, it's another song. It's just kind of like, it's cute, but it doesn't have any oomph to it. And there's another level they could easily go to. I feel like they keep it cool. They keep it cool from Used to Be the One I Love all the way down to, like, I think Trust. I think from 4 to 10, it kind of like they keep staying safe. And there's not really that much they have to really do, but it's just a bit above it that you can really just do that will give it more explosion, give it more, like, a wholesome part of a song. Number 11 is my favorite song, which is Strangers. This is what I was talking about. It's just the sound is just it's fully rounded. It's the climbs and the lows, the highs and the lows of the song just flows perfectly. And I love the strangers part kind of thing. Like, it just the production explodes, and I love a big explosion of production. It's my weakness. It does sound a lot like like an early 2010s type of sound, but it's not too bad. So I love the explosion. It's pretty much about the more that he pulls away, the more that he gets pulled back in. So it's just like they're trying to, like, fight. He's trying to, like, hold in all, like, not give in to, like, how much he does feel about this person, but then every time she'll do something that's, like, just has him fall right back in love with her. Number 12 is Hesitate, and this song is about Sophie Turner, dedicated to Sophie Turner by Jonas. Hesitate is a really, really cute song. It's pretty much wanting to help a lover through their burdens and not hesitate. And it's another growth song. Like, it pretty much talks about how, like, it's like, I used to run away when I see these kind of problems that these baggage that these people have. I would immediately just run away because I just don't want to invest into it. But in this time around, he wants to, like, I want to actually try to invest. I want to actually go invest into this and not hesitate when I see something that's going on, you know? And I really appreciate that. I think it's really cute. Number 13 is Roller Coaster. So this song is very, very 2000, like early 2010s when they hold like the booms and clap, the you kind of think like that when everybody thought like whenever you thought they were all some type of like Mumford and Sons type of thing, like everybody and their mom wanted to have that sound, and they did, and everybody did. And I feel like this song is a little dated. The lyrics isn't dated. The song is dated. It just sounds too much. It sounds like this could have released back when they were doing the first time and that live album. That could have been inside there. The sound of it. And I know that Ryan Tedder did this song or helped produce the song, but I just don't feel like. I feel like the thing you definitely know when you're listening to a Ryan produced or written song, because he definitely goes his vocals that he gives that person, definitely you can hear it, and they really nail all the vocals, by the way. This song is pretty much about the nostalgic feeling of the history of their success as a band, and even though like they had some bad times, they would still do it all over again exactly the same way and live that kind of like ups and downs with their brothers, and I thought that was kind of cute. The one part I love was the days that are the worst seem to glow now, and that's so true. Like I remember, like when you feel like when you first go into like I'll use my example. Like when you first go out into the world and you have to get your first like adult job and everything, and then like you start experiencing your first ups and downs. You start experiencing what it's like to have bills piled up on you, and you start to understand the ups and downs of friendships and everything. And you have like, but even then, after all that, it still feels like you look back and like, oh, it was so much fun struggling and doing that, you know. And so it kind of glows. Like I think Lord even talked about this, is like we can talk it so good, we can make it so divine, we can talk it good like we wish we would be all the time. And it's just like saying like it wasn't all that great that we think it was, but we feel that way because of the ups that happened. So we highlight the more ups than we do the downs. And finally, number 14 is Comeback. This one was kind of flat to me. I didn't think it would. I think it ended. I don't like this ending. I feel like it's incomplete. The production's cute, but it's just fucking dry. I understand the gist of the song. It's like the lyrics and everything, and understanding the background and intention of it, I completely respect. I give it validation in that direction. Production-wise, it just doesn't. Once again, they went from doing Roller Coaster, that was a little outdated, but still gave you a full rounded song, to Strangers, and Hesitate was in and out, but like. And then you go back to Comeback, and I was like, I would actually prefer if Roller Coaster was the last one, because I feel like that ended with it had a great, powerful ending, and I just don't feel like, I feel like Comeback was kind of like a throwaway song. Anyway, so I kind of want to, I give it a 7 out of 10, because I just don't feel like there's a oomph that it was missing. I do appreciate them coming back. I'm very happy that they did this. I feel like the idea of this album, due to the fact that I watched part of the documentary, but I feel like they wanted to have fun with it. They mentioned, like, this time around, we just want to have fun. And if that's the case, they nailed it. But if they wanted to up themselves from the last album, I don't think they really did. But it's kind of, I feel like it's more of a reunion album, and are you guys happy to see it's like a limited series, or like when the show can't do another season, so they give you a wrap-up movie. I feel like this is a wrap-up movie, which is not bad, but it's just like, no one told us it was going to be a wrap-up movie. They said it made it seem like it was going to be, like, leveled up, you know? So, that is it. Comment below. Tell me what you think about the album. If you agree, disagree. It's everybody's opinion is completely valid. And I'm curious to see what else they're gonna do. If this is gonna be the only album they do, and they're gonna part ways again, or they're gonna maybe come out with another couple albums like that. But I know they're doing a real tour, so that's kind of fun. So yeah, so I hope everybody has a great week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.